Well, hey there, welcome back to Stone Valley here on Farming Simulator 22. We're almost back to the farm with our last load of hay. You see here on the right, down the driveway, we have the little trees that I planted a little while back. They haven't grown much, but hopefully at some point they will. So we're in October, about middle ways through, and we have been busy. We've got all of the grass work done. Actually ended up getting Miss Betty's field cut and baled up, so we've already taken her share of the bales off to be sold, and we're bringing the last of the bales back down here to the farm. Now these bales are larger bales, but we're going to go ahead and hang on to them. Don't know if we'll need them. If not, we can always sell them. Before we get too far along, we have a mountain of silage. It has actually fermented. It's ready to go. Over 800,000 liters of silage we got off of that field. So that was many trips with that small loading wagon. You notice me and Tiny have removed the gate that was on the other side of this fence here, and we put in another cattle gap, so that works out much better. You see we do have one load of bales already stacked into the barn. We've got them out front here because we probably will end up selling them. So we didn't want to stack them back there and get them mixed in with these smaller bales. So, got the parts in for the gleaner. This has been sitting down here for quite some time now. But the parts have finally come in. Tiny's going to work on that today. Try and get it fixed so we can get it back up there to Miss Betty's. And so I need to get this hay unloaded here. So let me hop in the little JCB. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. That bale was wrapped so tight I could not get the tines in there. Just get these stacked down here beside this other row here. Alright. So the other thing that we need to do today is run down to the shop, because they actually have something that I need. We're going to make some seeds. Been having folks ask about some seeds, if I had any available. They're at the little shop there at the farm. Undoubtedly, folks are having trouble getting seeds around here these days. So we're going to make some seeds. We have all of that barley in the silo, and I got to looking at what it would bring to sell those seeds versus selling just the barley. And, well, it'll be worth it to do the work. The seeds sell for quite a bit more, than just a straight barley. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get something to help us make some seeds, and we'll resell those. And these bales are packed in tight. I cannot hardly get them off the forks. The other thing that we need to do is get some TMR made up for the cows. They have been just eating hay for the past little bit, and so we need to get some TMR made. I need to get something to mix it with. That is my problem right now, is I don't have anything to mix it with. We're gonna have to work on that as well. So those are the priorities. I think what will happen is we can get that seed production activity going, and I believe should be able to sell enough of those to hopefully buy a mixing wagon. These bales are packed so tight, I cannot hardly get these forks to penetrate into the side of the bale. Alright, well, it's going to take me a few more minutes to get this done. We'll do that. We'll head on up to the shop. See about getting started on some seed making. Well, we're back down here at the farm. Ended up having to take the tractor up to the shop to pick this auger up. That was quite the trip. But we got it back down here, and we can get going on it now. We had to buy this pallet here of seed treatment liquid. Supposedly, this is what coats the seeds and makes it where we can plant it. So let's go ahead and get this auger set up here. We got to get it underneath the bin there. Let's see, I think it should just go right underneath it here. There we go. Now we'll go get the truck and pull underneath. And there we go. We are making seeds. Very good. So it does have the seed treatment pumps here on the side of the auger. And as the seed comes through, I guess it sprays it down, coats it with the seeds. And out they come. Now obviously this does not work as fast as a normal auger because it does have to run the seeds slow enough through that it coats them. So this will take a few minutes to get this first load here. But once we do, we're going to go ahead and take this down to the farm shop and get it ready to sell. See if we can't make a little bit of money. Alright, we're back over here for our second load. I ended up putting this seed treating liquid right over here beside the auger just so we can fill it up as we need to, because it actually goes through it pretty quickly. But we got about 3 times as much for the seeds as we would for the barley. So that is actually really good. We've tripled the gain on it, so that's awesome. Very, very good. Plus, we have seeds for our own use, so that is a good thing. Now, going through all 200 and some odd liters of barley with the seed treater, that is going to take quite a bit of time. So I don't know if we will, but we're going to get some of it done. I'm going to go grab some bags and we're going to have to dump that out, set out here for folks to buy. But you see, we have quite the selection for folks to come down and buy. Well, the gleaner's back. Tiny got it all fixed up and it is working good. Cost me about $5,000 in parts, but we got it back in operation, and hopefully Miss Betty will be okay with that. We'll get it cleaned off here real quick so that it is like it was when we got it from her. So I've taken off 4 or 5 loads of the seeds, and and that has been a solid investment. It's paid for itself already. And so, yeah, that was a good deal. I was able to pick that seed auger up used, so that saved a little bit of cash up front. And then we've already made what it cost back and then some. So, yep, solid investment. Glad we went that route. Now we don't have to buy any more seeds, so that will save us money in the long run as well. So we're going to get this back up to Miss Betty's, and then we'll start looking for a mixer wagon. The only thing I'm concerned about is having enough horsepower in my little Kubota to run one. Now I know I could probably run a small mixing wagon, but even the horsepower requirements, I'm not sure about the weight in it and being able to pull it around with that Kubota. So I don't know what we're going to do. I tell you, I did like that Magnum we rented from the shop up there. I believe they said it had around 180 horsepower, which would be a fairly significant upgrade from the Kubota. So that is an option. May pick that up if we can work on the price. I don't think it was actually very expensive, so that could be an option right there. But we'll have to figure out what we're going to do. Get this we'll get this combine put back in the shed, and then head back down to the house. Tiny's going to run up here and pick me up, and we'll get back down there and do some more work. Well, we are headed down to the shop. We are just shy of $80,000. I got to thinking, that old Magnum tractor would be a great addition to the farm, so we're going to head down there and try and pick that thing up. I think that'll be a good addition, and then maybe a mixing wagon if they have something. I do have the horse trailer on this trailer. We're going to go ahead and sell that. We don't need it anymore, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of it and use that money to do other things. So let's get pulled in here. I believe they're going to want to unload it back over here. We'll get backed in here. All right, we can get them to unload this here, and we'll get this horse trailer sold, and we're going to go pick up this old case Magnum they have over here. Wait a minute. It was right here where this combine is sitting. Oh no. Where is it? Uh-oh. Well, the good news is I didn't spend money on another tractor. Bad news is I don't have another tractor. Went ahead and got a couple more pallets of the seed treating solution because, well, I ran out. I treated enough seeds to end up using it all. I see they got an M8 up here. That should be nice. So when I took the combine back over to Miss Betty's a little while ago, Randy was there. So it appears that Randy wants to become more involved with his mother's farm. As a matter of fact, when we were baling up the hay over there at Miss Betty's, Randy stopped by and asked if he could help. So we put him in a tractor, and he actually did okay. I was quite surprised. He followed the instructions, did what was asked. Really was a pretty good help. But now why did these people stop here? They do it on purpose. They are just trying to tick me off. Well, it's working. Anyhow. Yeah, Randy wants to become more involved now that he has seen that he can turn a little bit of profit. He is all about doing the farming. According to him. So, I think that guy is just really out for an easy dollar. But little does he know, none of this comes easy. So, Miss Betty has kind of turned over the reins and the decisions to Randy. I think she's tired of dealing with it, to be honest with you. I think she really wants to move away. She's, got memories here of her late husband, but I think she just wants to move on and put all that behind her. And I think she wants to move to Florida, actually. Her sister lives down there in Florida at a nice little retirement village. And so I think she is actually thinking about moving. So I guess this is her way of letting Randy take over a bit, see how he does. I guess for her to decide whether or not she wants to sell the place or pass it on to him. So anyhow, Randy now wants to plant crops. They still want me to help out because he really has no idea what he's doing. So we're still helping out, but Randy is calling the shot. He now wants to plant some crops, especially now that the combine is repaired. So yeah, I guess we're planting some crops up there at Miss Betty's this next year. That should be quite fun. Oh boy, that Randy. I tell you. I wonder how heavy these things are. Can I pick these things up? Oh no, that's a little bit too heavy. Let's just use some forks here. Ooh, that's so heavy. The tractor can't hardly pick it up. Let's see if I can get back around here without dropping one of these pallets. So my plan, now that that Magnum is no longer available, well, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to focus on making a little bit more seeds. These seeds are selling like hotcakes. So we are going to keep selling seeds just as long as folks keep buying them there at the farm shop. But I do have silage that is ready. So I believe it's time to maybe sell a little bit of silage. I think if we can sell enough, we may be able to get us a mixing wagon. The shop did not have anything currently. They said to check back and maybe they'll have something in. So that's where we're at. So the thing that I need as well is another trailer, or a trailer that can haul some material, because this little truck here, as good as it has done for the farm, just does not hold enough. So we definitely need to think about getting something else that can haul a little bit more bulk. I'm gonna leave the truck there. I want to walk back here real quick and take a look at this silage and check and see if this is ready back here in the barn. Not quite. It needs just another little bit, another few hours, I would imagine, and it'll be good to go. So yeah, we're gonna have to load up some of the silage here, and we're gonna go ahead and just sell a little bit of it, try and make some quick cash here, and then hopefully we can get a mixing wagon here very soon. So let me go find something with a bucket. All right, we got this bucket here on the front loader. It's actually pretty big. Real wide, does a great job scooping up material. And it holds close to 2,000 liters. So quite a bit per scoop. Now obviously, getting rid of the silage this way is going to take forever. So we're going to have to find a better way. This is just temporary, until we can get some of it sold and make some headway with some equipment. Tiny has actually taken the afternoon off. Haven't seen him around the farm much today. He's been busy, so he's taken the afternoon off. So it's just me here, doing just a little bit of piddling work. I did have him take some of the vegetables out of the greenhouse down, and he's been selling it there at the fruit stand. So he did that earlier today. That hasn't been making too awful much, but well, we're starting to get some income coming in from different sources now. So that's really my goal here, is trying to diversify the income stream. You may wonder why I have the boom out here. Well, this skid steer actually, or this telehandler, actually won't get the bucket all the way down to the ground. It has to tilt way down to reach, so I have to extend it down a bit to get it closer to the ground, fill it up. Alright, there we are. We're full. We'll just leave that there and we can pull back underneath it when we head back. Alright, we have a little bit of a drive ahead of us. We'll get this sold here. I don't think we're going to make a ton of money. And, to be honest, these trips are not very efficient. Definitely need to get a trailer that we can pull behind this truck. May have to look into that very, very soon. We have so much silage that I decided to go ahead and try to sell some of it. We could probably wait a little bit longer later in the year and make a little bit more off of it. But we're going to go ahead and try to sell a bit now. You know, now that I've seen it, I kind of want that Kubota M8 up there at the shop. Oh, it's like going to a new car dealership when you know you really don't need anything. And then, of course, you want everything on the lot. Miss Betty's field here has not had any fertilizer put back on it after we got done mowing the grass. Well, we were going to later today, but then when Randy made the decision to plant crops, we're going to have to cultivate it and prep the field a bit, so we'll just put some fertilizer out later on. Not going to worry about it right now. The other thing, I'm thinking about trying to get a different fertilizer spreader, mainly because that one that we have, it just takes so long to do some of these fields, so may look for something that can help us out with fertilizing a little bit faster. Well, we made 1,500 bucks off of that load, so oh boy, 8,000 liters out of the mountain. Yeah, it's going to take a while. That's going to take a while. We need to get a trailer. I definitely need to get a trailer. Well, I'm going to continue loading up some of this silage here. Try to get some of it off and sold. And then start looking for a trailer. And maybe a better way of loading this. I don't know if there's one out there. We may need to look into it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to click the thumbs up button down below the video. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and do that today too. Be sure to click the bell so you're notified of all future content. As always, thank you so much for watching. And I hope each of you have a blessed day.